If you've been looking for an indicator that'll give you a signal to buy that actually works, this is it. This is the Goldbach Master Suite. And in this video, I'm going to dive into the logic behind it and how it actually tracks the algorithm. So let's dive right in. My name is Jack. I'm with Devoted Trading. And if you like this type of content, make sure you like and subscribe. So this is the Goldbach Master Suite. It's basically like a 3-in-1 indicator with the dealing ranges, which you can get from Hoppy himself or other indicators out there. The algo sequence, this is the engine that actually tell you to buy and to what to aim for. And then the Goldbach time tracking, which in this video, I'm going to just mainly focus on the algo sequence. And so let's start there. So with this video, the prerequisite is that I'm going to assume that you already know about Goldbach levels. If you don't, I'll put a link in the description to learn from Hoppy himself. Shout out to Hoppy. And this is basically your dealing range for Goldbach, right? So in the book, you'll learn that the Algo 1 is basically like a Algo 1 is going up the left side of the curve and going down to the right side of the curve. Algo 2 is a trending algo, a trending sequence. So boom, something like that, right? And specifically in Algo 2, it's something like starting with the order block range here, going up to the breaker, 41. I'm sorry, the breaker's at 35, coming down to the fair value gap level, then up. Terminus is the OB level, order block level, around the 89. So, but price is never perfect. The markets aren't exactly perfect. So what I've found is that, at least with NQ in the past couple weeks, price doesn't really necessarily play out like that all the time. So what I've done is that I've coded the algorithm to tell you, or coded this particular sequence to tell you when to buy and what to look out for and all that. So let me dive right in. So let me go back a little bit. The way that this indicator works is that once price, well, let's go back a little bit more. Back here, we're in this lower PO3 range. I'm on the 1 minute with a 243 range. Right now, we're at the premium of this lower range, right? We're about to break through it. And once we hit past that high, boom, past that high, it says bullish. Now what it's doing is that it's seeking for a confirmation that we are going to continue up into this upper range. So we go higher, and what it's doing is that what it's looking for is it's looking for, once we breach this low in this scenario, it's a bullish scenario. Once you breach this low and price reaches up, hits the mitigation at the 41 level, it's going to look for a retrace to find an entry at the GIP level at 17 or 23, depending on what you choose, and then back up to equilibrium. Probably chop around a little bit, and then price will eventually final target go through the flow gates, and your final target can either be the GIP level of 83 or the 89 level of the order block, or even up higher. And the way that I've done that is that these are the choices that you have for how the indicator works. So right now, I've got a limit set at the GIP level of 87.23. I could also set it at 23.77. So at this 23 level on the discount, or I could set it at a little bit higher at this 29 level. But if I really want a super discounted entry, then I'll just set it at that GIP level at 17. Set it there. The final TP, you can also change. You can change it to be that GIP level instead of the OB. You can change to the order block. You can change it to the rejection block or the external range of the 100-0 external range right there. I like to leave it as at the GIP. I find that price on the 1 minute typically goes from the GIP to the GIP, from discount GIP to premium GIP. And then depending on what we do at this Goldbach inversion point here, really depends on where price is going. Of course, with context of higher time frame analysis with the Goldbach levels as well. But so hopefully, just to summarize that, what this indicator is doing is that once price breaches the 0 level, then it says it's bullish and it's hunting. If price just shoots straight up and hits, let's say this 15 line level or whichever level we pick, it'll and it doesn't retrace, or maybe hits the 65 level, and then it retraces down here, it'll say derailed. Like the status will say derailed, and it'll basically say, hey, don't hunt for longs anymore, because that could potentially be just a reversal and we'll go back into the range. So you can choose that derailment level. So final derailment level, right? Right now I have it set at 71.29, meaning that I can give it wiggle room for price to hit the 65 level, but if it hits the 71 level, then it'll say derailed. Or if I want to be a little more conservative and I want to have it derailed at this 59 level, then I can choose that as well. I'm sorry, 65.35 is the highest it can go. So again, let's say it can it's okay if it hits this mitigation block level at 59, but if we hit like right here, it's okay, and it'll still be live and active. And if it hits a gap, boom, that's the entry right there. But if it hits 65, then it'll say derailed. So that's what that derailment does. And so this is just how you can choose it. For me, what I typically like to do is leave my my set limit at the gap level, maybe at the 23 level. I'll leave it at the 23 level. And then once price hits the 23 level, it goes to this mitigation block, hits a 41, and then retraces back to either 23 or 17. If it goes past the 11 level, then it'll say that basically the trade's invalid. It'll say invalid and it'll cut the trade. That's what it'll say here. So let me show you what it looks like. Today was a perfect example of how this could help give you a perfect execution. So I'm on the 5-minute here, just reading the chart, and we're hunting now, right? So we need to see price hit this 41 level, then it'll say active, and it'll show a limit order on whichever one you've chosen. So let's play it out. And we are going up, going through the flow gates, the discount flow gate. Let's keep on going, and we're working through New York AM. Okay, we dip back, boom. Okay, so now we come back down, we create this order block on this order block level, right? Order block levels are here, about 11. Rejection blocks out here at this level 03. And we hit the 41 level. Now it's saying we're primed. Now it says limit buy at 23, derailed at 65, meaning we hit 65, it's going to derail it and say it's no longer valid. But we put a limit buy here at 23. But if you want to be more conservative, you can have a limit set at your 17 GIP instead. So boom, there's your limit buy. Place a limit order here. Boom, and then once price comes down, taps that. That's your limit buy order. Taps that right at 230. And it says bullish. We're live. The trade is live, and now the target is GIP, right? This 83 level. But you can change that target to be OB level, 89.11. Now it'll change, and it'll say the action plan is first TP1. Target 1 is 50% equilibrium, what Hoppy teaches. That's always target 1. Then target 2 is terminus. And in this case, you can choose your terminus to be the GIP level or the 89, rejection block, or the external range at the high. So the choice is yours, however you want to manage your targets there, right? For me, like I said, I just leave mine at the GIP. That's plenty of handles. And I see typically, price oscillates between GIPs. So let's play this out. And go through the floodgates and the discount floodgate. This is taking the whole day, so we're into AM session now. I'm sorry, Asia session. It's on the 5-minute, and this eventually getting through this mitigation block up to the rebalance layer. Boom, we passed that through the premium. Boom, there it is, and there's the target. So we go through the premium flow gates, and then boom, we hit the GIP, premium GIP level. Now it says it's finished, and boom, that's how this indicator will literally tell you the action plan on when to get in and when to get out. So first entered here. Right, TP1's here. You can set your stop maybe at this order block right there. If you want to be conservative, or at the SMT, wherever the SMT is at, that's where you want to place your stop. First TP here at 50%, second TP, final TP at GIP, or whatever you want to choose. So that's essentially the breakdown of how this sequence engine works, the algo sequence. I first named it Algo 2 sequence, but Algo 2 doesn't always play out. Sometimes it's the Einstein trade. I believe it's what it's called, of Hoppy teaches, or it's another sequence. And that's why I wanted to give traders, Goldbach traders, choices on how they want to choose their invalidation derailment level, the final TP level, and the set limit level. Like maybe you want to be less conservative and get in earlier. Maybe you want to set your limit a little bit higher at the 2377, and you know, you set a limit there, you'd have a larger stop, you know, so on and so forth. So it depends on how you trade, what you want to do, but I just love this because this actually works. Like for today, on the kind of a medium time frame, like a 15-minute, on the 729 level, it works really well. Or I think that's currently what I'm on right now, actually. Yeah, 729. Another thing to note about this is the reason why I left this, I guess you call it stacked highs and lows on the PO3, different PO3 numbers, is that the more stacked the lows. So in this example, we went above this low, and in the 729, the 2187, and the 6561 PO3 levels, they all have the same low number. That's telling you that this low is going to be really great support for a long bias. And so that's when you, I mean, in addition just to structure, right? When you see bodies close above, first we tap it, we have a body close above, we're holding this low, we don't even tap into it. Sometimes price will come down and wick into the extension and wick back up and have bodies closing above. You want to see bodies always closing above this low level to confirm your bias, or you know, whether you're long or short, you know, finding resistance at this high level. So that's how you want to trade this and use this as a confluence on and it'll say to song 3x scale, meaning that there's 3 times 3 stacked lows that are giving you a confirmation that this low is going to be a really great support. Plus, I think in this case, this was a hippo block on the 9-minute. I mean, a lot of confluences here for this particular bias, and that's why in today's bias, I was very bullish because of this higher time frame context in with the load here. Yeah, on the 27-minute level, seeing this hippo block right here, and then if we change this to the 2187 levels, you'll see that we are we're at the discount of this flow range. And typically what I've found is that GIP levels on any time frame are great draws to liquidity. And then once we hit the GIP level, it will either reject or go to and through. So in this case, we went to and through this GIP level. Another thing with this indicator is that I've added these time frames of call them ghost lines. Where is it at here? These ghost lines where you can either see 3 levels up on the PO3 time frames, or up to 3 levels up or 3 levels down. So I've chosen to have 3 levels up on my higher time frames, and what this will track with these gray lines is the GIP levels and the EQ. So since we're already at 2187, it's seeing 1 level down, the 729 level, the GIP level and the EQ levels. If I zoom out a little bit, it'll show the 65, 61 GIP as well, and EQ, and so on and so forth. So, for example, when I'm on my 1 minute time frame, and usually with my 1 minute, I'm at using the 243. Then I'm seeing my higher time frame, not higher time frame, but my higher, my larger PO3 GIP numbers line up with, for in this example, line up with EQ, right? So I know that since I know that GIP is a good draw on liquidity, um, this 81 GIP and the 729 GIP, the one above 243, is lined up with EQ. So it's gives me a lot of confidence that I know that price is going to draw up towards this GIP level, and then depending on what we do at EQ or this GIP, we'll either reject, retrace a little bit, or go higher. So that's how I gauge order flow using this indicator with the flow gates, rebalance range, the trifecta system essentially that Hockey teaches with his system. But the difference is that with my indicator that I created, is I just created these ghost lines that'll show your GIP levels and your EQ levels on these different PO3 time ranges. So yeah, that's it for the video. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you want these indicators, link is in the bio. This is the Goldbach Master Suite. I have I call it my Algo Logic Suite. So it's got this Goldbach Master Suite plus my quarterly theory 4-in-1 toolkit and my quarterly theories sequential SMT indicator as well. Basically everything that you need to trade the algo, really trade the algorithm. So guys are interested in that, links in the bio. If you need anything else, hit me up on Discord, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.